So what's it like for you jumping right back in?
Yeah, it's good. I think that's the best way to do it. Just get right back into things, starting here tonight and then again in a couple days. So, for me, I think that's the best way to go.
Do you feel like, I know you were busy, but do you feel like you have a little extra oomph coming off the All-Star experience? Or?
I don't know about that. I think you're just looking forward to getting back with the guys, getting back with the team, back playing. So the experience was great, and I'm very grateful to be a part of a weekend like that. And then you're back to work here today. So, like I said, I'm excited to be back, and I think jumping right back into the swing of things is the best way to go.
How hard would it be to flip the switch to play Barzal, hockey girls that you were hanging with the last week?
It won't be. That's part of it. To be a part of the weekend was really special, but we're looking forward to playing again.
Do you pick up on Barzal being around him in a bit of a different environment?
Well, he's obviously a great skater, lots of skill, and he drives a lot of offense for his team. Here tonight we got to be aware when he's on the ice and the challenge that he brings.
What will you remember about the All-Star experience, and what it kind of meant to you?
A lot of things. I think being able to play with my teammates was really special. So I think that's one that jumps out.
For the team, Sheldon had mentioned kind of coming out of the break with a playoff type mindset. What do you think that looks like on the ice tonight?
Yeah, I think it's just about our intensity, our preparation, our competitiveness. I think it's just time. After the break each year, I think you can kind of tell that the pace picks up. So it's just a chance for our team to prove to each other that we're ready to make a little push here in the back half of the season, and it starts here tonight and again on Wednesday. So it's a good challenge for us.
What stands out to you about standings at all? Obviously, the bunch of stuff where you guys are.
Yeah, for sure. Even in the weeks leading up to the All-Star break, you know what's going on, and you get familiar with where the teams are in the standings, and we're not quite at the point yet where that's a everyday conversation, but you're definitely keeping track of what's going on around you.
What stands out to you about the way Noah Dobson's game has developed?
Yeah, I think he's a great player with a good shot. He's able to create offense for his team, and he's good on the power play. So again, he's one of those guys you got to be aware of when he's on the ice.
Just a quick thought on going back inside practice.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We really look forward to that. It's a good chance for us to enjoy, kind of a different practice day, and it's nice when it can get a game going. I'm not sure what our plan is, whether we're going to play 3-on-3 again or not, but as players, we always enjoy being a part of the community, and when you go out there, there's always a great turnout, so we're looking forward to that.
You had mentioned on Saturday that you feel like the group is primed for a big second half. What gives you the greatest confidence in that?
Well, I just think that our group as a whole, we're very competitive. I think we're in a good spot in our year, health-wise, in the standings. And I think you can just kind of tell the mindset of the guys is that we expect to be better here after we come back from this break and play some good hockey down the stretch. And I think that when that's the consensus kind of feeling, it puts us in a good position to go out and play well.
What are your Matt Barton memories?
Lots. Great teammate. I really enjoyed playing with him, and he's obviously had a great career. He was a guy that was very popular in this room.
Obviously a guy who was sticking up for you guys too at a time when there was a lot of young guys on his team.
For sure, that's not easy, and those guys that you play with who have those qualities are often great human beings, and so that's certainly the case with him.
What was the break like for you?
It's good. Nice to hit the reset button, get a few days off, and just chill. So feel ready to go now.
What was it like catching up? I know you saw Madsen against Sweden, but getting a chance to spend maybe even more time with him.
Yeah, no, it was great. It's always nice seeing him. So special to spend some time with him and Josephine, and the kids weren't in town, but it's always great catching up.
What's your sense of the group coming off the break?
Rested, ready to go. So had a good practice yesterday, good skate this morning, and I think both teams are going to be fighting that, obviously the break and the rust and all that stuff, but got to get that out of your system pretty quick, and the first team to do that I think is going to have more success, so looking forward to be ready to go for the puck drop tonight.
Your experience, you guys are bunched in with the Wings and Lightning actually. What do you guys have to do to separate yourselves, do you think?
I'm not a big standings guy. I don't really look at it because it doesn't really matter until playoff time, so you just got to try and win every single game.
But how does that happen for you?
The same way it's always happened. Be ready to go. Same thing we've been saying from day one. You're going to need everyone. You're going to have 4 lines going. keep it simple, stay disciplined, and work hard every shift.
In your experience, how much does the intensity start to ratchet up once you get past the All-Star break?
Yeah, I mean, this is when hockey is. This is when it's fun. This is when you start to separate and you see, obviously, certain things with better teams. The better teams start to come into their own, and the weaker teams start to fall off. So, I mean, this is what we play for, right? Be in a situation right now to get in a dogfight and just keep chipping away. For ultimately, I mean, the playoffs, when it comes, we'll be ready to go. And I think we looked at our schedule, and there's like, I think 20 out of, or 25 maybe, games against teams that are obviously in the playoffs. So going to be playing a lot of good hockey teams, and we have to be ready to go. It's going to be a challenge, and we're definitely not a stranger to accept that, and we're looking forward to it.
Sheldon had mentioned needing to come out of the break with a playoff-type mindset. What do you think that looks like on the ice for you guys starting tonight?
Yeah, you know, I think it's much more of a chess match as the season goes on, and you need everyone. I think we've said it from day one. You got to have. I mean, you can't win the playoffs with some guys not on board. You need to have everyone going, and that's what we're going to be doing. And when we have everyone going, it's going to be a fun team to watch and a tough team to play against. So I'm looking forward to that.
Did you watch any of the All-Star game or the skills or anything catch you?
Not really, to be honest. A little bit though. Like, I mean, obviously we had so many guys there, so tapped into the highlights and saw some of the stuff that our guys are doing, and super happy for the boys. They obviously brought home the W, got some cash, so I'm happy for them.
In your experience,
bugging them to buy dinner or anything?
I'm always bugging those guys to buy dinner, so nothing changes.
in your experience of guys who've had the All-Star experience, like guys like William and Morgan who had never been there, it gives them a little extra oomph, moving forward, a little extra energy, or
I don't know.
sense anything from
You'd have to ask them. I've never been to an All-Star game, but yeah, I mean, listen, it's more for the fans, right? It's not. Doesn't mean a whole lot. It means a lot for the players to be a part of it, I'm sure, but it's not like. I mean, we're focused on the Toronto Maple Leafs now, you know, and these guys are all too, and they're ready to go.
How much of a shock was Bird's haircut?
Shocked for sure. I got one too, but not as aggressive as that. And you know what I mean? I think what the cause was for when he told me, it's incredible. I mean, that just speaks to who Bird is as a human being. He's a great guy, great teammate. Everyone loves him, and he doesn't do stuff to get recognized for it. That's just who he is. So I think organically you guys found out, or we found out, and that's pretty special. So yeah, it looks good. Looks really good.
What's it like to see Patrick Roy back in the NHL?
Yeah, no, I think it's great for the game. He's one of the best, if not the best ever, between the pipes. And when I was in Montreal, I had a chance to get to kind of get familiar with his history there and what he did, what he's done for the game, really. And I think as a coach, he's shown that he's bringing a lot of intensity. So it's a good team over there that has a little bit of extra fire with the new coach, and we're going to have to be ready to match that because they're going to be going for sure.
You met him? Did you meet him when you were in Montreal?
I met him before, yeah. Great guy. Yeah.
What excites you about an outdoor practice in Toronto?
Let's worry about tonight, and then we'll cross that bridge when they get there. But no, it'll be cool. It'll be really cool.
What do you have to be aware of with Dobson on the ice?
Great player. I mean, the last couple of games they've been a little bit banged up in the back end. It's pretty much close to their full roster back there, and he's a big part of it. So we're gonna have to key in on him for sure.
Sheldon, how different is this Islanders team look, or what have you noticed about them since Patrick Roy has taken over?
I think that they just seem to play with more aggression, more pressure on the puck defensively. Seem to be, I would say those are the biggest things. Now, we've played the Islanders twice already, and I thought both games we played them, they played us pretty hard, and they were emotional and physical type games playing down in Long Island, and both games went to overtime. So I'm expecting much the same that way.
Any Patrick Roy memories, and what do you think it means to the league to have him back involved?
Oh, well, obviously my memories would just be like everyone else's, and such a great player and goaltender in the league. But yeah, I think it's great anytime you get a player of that magnitude that commits himself to coaching and has success with it. I think it's a great thing. But obviously he's got great passion for the game as well. So yeah, it's great for him to get another opportunity to be in the league.
You mentioned yesterday a playoff-type mindset coming out of the break. How are you hoping that will translate on the ice tonight?
Well, obviously, I mean, the big thing for us just after a week off is, you're coming out and, you got to kind of get the rust back off and get back into the game type mindset. Anything that might be not as tight as you'd like it to be, you hope it's made up for with energy and enthusiasm and those types of things and all of that. But certainly as we get going tonight and beyond, you'll want to have that type of mindset, and that's really what's going to be required the rest of the way. It's going to be tight, it's going to be competitive, and I think that's really what our team needs, and I think we really want to embrace that, and might as well start tonight.
Do you have a further update on David Camp's status?
Yeah, just there's something there they found on the MRI that's going to require some time to heal. Nothing significant at this point. It's usually about a couple week timeline. Now it's a little funny because it happened before the break and all of that, so he's sort of already on his way. So not going to be available this week, and then we'll move into day-to-day category from there if all goes well.
Do you have an updated timeline for Joseph Wall in terms of his potential and the steps in that? Yeah,
obviously getting out on the ice today and then kind of getting more involved in practice is it. But the timelines that we were given, he's on track for, which is sort of the middle of this month, to getting back into more full involvement and then making a determination for his status for games from there. So we're just kind of taking it a day at a time as we work towards that. But he's not at this point. He's not anywhere close to us considering him for game action. It's more so ramping up towards full participation in practice and then making a determination on his plan from there.
What's your sense of your all-star guys coming off that busy stretch? How much energy they might have tonight? What you can get for them?
Yeah, I think talking to them yesterday, they all first had a blast and we're thrilled with how it all went and everything that was associated with it. I know that they were really thrilled to be a part of. But it was very clear, not so much talking to them, they didn't give you a whole lot, but just we had a lot of people in our organization that had a lot to do with the event as well, and whether it's our training staff, equipment staff, or office staff, people throughout the building, and there was a lot of comments just about how hectic it was and how busy those guys in particular were being here in our city. So we're trying to be mindful of that. Left it to them to determine what they needed yesterday as an optional again here this morning, and obviously see Morgan gets out and he wants to get wanted to get some extra touches in. He actually commented that he didn't get a whole lot of touches in the games as the forwards were doing the touches, and he had a lot of the defensive responsibilities, but he wanted to get some touches today. But the other guys, clearly they need some time to kind of get back to feeling like themselves again by getting back into real game action. I think will help with that, and I think there's great momentum for such a prestigious event that they all had fun in and had success with, to blend right into playing a game right here back in the same building.
What's it like when you encounter guys like Piero Greco from 2018 Calder Cup and through the last few years? Just obviously a memory of you guys. Yeah, well, no doubt. Worked lots with Piero, and he's an incredible guy with great energy. Every time you see him, can't help but smile anytime, regardless of what you've been through with him. But yeah, to win the championship with him and to work with him through my acclimation to pro hockey and all that. It's always fun to run into him here in the schedule. He's done a terrific job in Long Island, which is not a surprise, and just a great guy. I know every time he's excited to come back here because he's, as much as he spends a lot of his time down in the States there now, he's very much a Toronto guy.